Hi, this is Mike, and I'm reading Robert Alter's translation of Genesis. This is chapter 14. Get ready for the names. And it happened in the days of Amraphel king of Shinar, Arioch king of Elasar, Chedorlaomer king of Elam, and Tidal king of Goim. They made war on Bera king of Sodom, and Bersha king of Gomorrah, on Shinab king of Admah, and Shemeber king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, that is Zor. All of them joined forces in the valley of Siddim, that is the Dead Sea. 12 years they had been subject to Chedorlaomer, and in the 13th year they rebelled. And in the 14th year Chedorlaomer and the kings who were with him came and struck down the Rephaim at Ashtaroth Karnaim, and the Zuzim at Ham, and the Emim at Shaveh Kiriathaim, and the Horite in the high country of Zer, as far as El Paran, which is by the wilderness. And they swung back and came to En Mishpat, that is Kadesh, and they struck all the territory of the Amalekite and also the Amorite who dwelt in Hazazon Tamar. And the king of Sodom, and the king of Gomorrah, and the king of Admah, and the king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, that is Zor, went forth and joined battle with them in the valley of Siddim, with Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of Goim, and Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Arioch, king of Elasar. 4 kings against the 5. And the valley of Siddim was riddled with bitumen pits, and the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled there, and leaped into them, while the rest fled to the high country. And the 4 kings took all the substance of Sodom and Gomorrah, and all their food, and went off. And they took Lot, Abram's nephew, and all his substance, and went off, for he was then dwelling in Sodom. And a fugitive came and told Abram the Hebrew, for he was then encamped at the terebinths of Mamre the Amorite, kinsmen of Eshcol and Aner, who were Abram's confederates. And Abram heard that his kinsman was taken captive, and he marshaled his retainers, natives of his household, 318 of them, and gave chase up to Dan. And he and his servants with him fanned out against them by night, and he struck them and pursued them up to Hobah, which is north of Damascus. And he brought back all the substance, and also Lot his kinsman, and his substance he brought back, and the women and the other people as well. And the king of Sodom went forth to meet him after he came back from striking down Chedorlaomer, and the kings that were with him, to the valley of Shaveh, that is, the valley of the king. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine, for he was priest to El Elyon. And he blessed them. And he said, Blessed be Abram to El Elyon, possessor of heaven and earth, and blessed be El Elyon, who delivered your foes into your hand. And Abram gave him a tithe of everything. And the king of Sodom said to Abram, Give me the folk, and the substance take for yourself. And Abram said to the king of Sodom, I raise my hand in oath to Yahweh, the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth, that I will take not a single thread or sandal strap of all that is yours, lest you say, I have made Abram rich. Nothing for me but what the lads have consumed. And as for the share of the men who came with me, Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre, let them take their share.